What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody, back again with another video. And oh my lord, the Snortex is going insane with all the content. That's right. We had the RTU DSP, I guess, interview. I'm not sure. We had DSP go on his mental breakdown. That's right. Where he exposed the truth about the Kino arc and how he spent 8 months or however long felting Kino. That's right. Yes, you heard it right. This was all some elaborate plot by DSP where he cased a drama content creator and he wanted to show them a lesson. I don't know. It's been what, 10 hours. I've watched all the content and Doody is still confused at what the heck Phil is talking about. But anyway, yeah, after that, of course, he tried to go back to his normal boring life, and it didn't work out because the Kick viewers, the YouTube viewers, they just started crapping all over Phil. They rebelled, and worst of all, they withheld. So let's see what Phil had to say on the Daily Wrap.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Wednesday, the 19th of March of 2025. A day that could have gone better, but certainly didn't go horrible. A day that, to be honest with all of you, I really didn't want to have to do, but my hand was forced, essentially, in a lot of ways. And the thing is, I really don't want to talk too much about the drama aspect of the crap that's been going down because I'm past it now. Like, as of today, it's official. I'm done with all of this nonsensical drama arc crap. I've cut myself out of it as effectively as I possibly can, regardless of what people say, what people do, all the crap that will be thrown against me. As you know, I'm good at ignoring it and just carrying on my merry way and being a positive creator on the internet. So today, there was a podcast that was a special show with an appearance from RTU, but what it became was me actually kind of exposing all this stuff that had happened between myself and Kino Casino, only because they forced me to do so because they were making awful threats and saying terrible things. So I had to do it, okay? Literally didn't want to. Wish I could have just had a normal day, but there it is. If you want to watch the archive, it is live on the channel.
I gotta stop here before I forget what my main point will be here. Okay, so if you watch any of the content, right? Phil's master plan, right? This was Phil's master plan. His master plan was that he was tired. He was sick and tired of being the whipping boy of the internet. And he was tired of people like Keemstar, It's a Gundam, Moist Critical, whoever, right? Any content creator who reacts to other content creators in a critical aspect, right? And Phil thinks that they're I forgot what they're called. They're called misery brokers or whatever. And Phil's trashed them for years, mostly because, of course, he can't do it. He just doesn't have the talent or charisma or whatever to actually do that type of content. He tried and he failed, right? So today on the RTU, whatever the hell that was, that interview, Phil's master plan, right? And this is what he said, is that he was casing several content creators, drama content creators, misery brokers, as Phil like to say. He cased them for a while and decided he was going to select one. He was going to select one mark, and he was going to create this elaborate hoax where he would get into their good graces, right? Lie to them, manipulate them, so that eventually he can felt them, according to Phil. He was going to get in and destroy one of these misery brokers. And that group, of course, is Kino Casino. This is what Phil actually thought of. Like, after 4 or 5 days of just nonstop drama, this is the best cope Phil can come up with. I created this elaborate... It was me, DSP, the master manipulator, manipulated all these events so that the outcome would be what exactly? You would look like a maniac? You would lie about your wife having cancer? You would lie about your dying parents? You would lie about your house full of animals and one of them passing away? Is that what you're saying, Phil? This whole elaborate hoax was simply for you to get a dig at a drama content creator. Is literally that what you're saying, Phil? Paybacks. Bro, no one, not even you're not even your deepest dents like Kevin Styles, Jade, 1 Minute Man, Only Iced Coffee. No one bought it, bro. And you had at least, I counted 3 hardcore dents, Bloom Kid and a few other people that said, I can't believe you're doing this. I'm out. And they just left. They said, I'm done. I'm done with Phil. I can't take his lying. I can't take his bullshit. I'm out. 3, bro. 3. So, yeah. So, if we're to believe Phil, this was all the elaborate plan. Hurt himself financially, make himself the laughing stock of the internet, lose subscribers and loyal contributors that have been there for years that like his boring ass content, right? And that was supposed to be his master plan. Oh, and of course, felt a misery broker in Kino Casino. Right. That's exactly what you did, Phil. No one buys it, Phil. The cope is just incredible. And now, of course, you're trying to say, well, I'm done. I'm over. It's done. No, Phil, it's not done, bro. It's not done because the internet, the rest of the internet, you know, Kino Casino had a great laugh at you last night, and they're planning to do even more on Friday. All of the detractors streamed you and just made beautiful content. Not only did they make beautiful content, they made bank. Unlike you, Phil, you didn't make bank. All the detractors made bank off of this except for you. Was that part of your master plan as well, Phil? Because I'm going to be streaming today, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be crazy. Okay. Well, anyway, Phil, if this is your master plan, if this is how you initiate plans, I beg you, please do this. Every 3 months or so, come up with this master plan to felt detractors and to hurt drama content creators. Do it, bro. I give you my blessing. I give you my blessing, Phil. And the other thing here is that if you watch any of the content, you would know that Phil's master plan, right, was that he knew he was going to get felted eventually by the Kino Casino, right? And when he realized it weeks ago that it was coming, he kicked off this master plan, right, where he would leak DMs, right? Which is another thing. You did exactly what Kino wanted you to do. Kino, I don't think we're going to leak DMs. They were simply going to talk about the DMs. They weren't going to leak them because it's one thing to leak DMs and show them versus talking about them. There is a difference, right? So they egged you on to the point where you thought you were going to get a 1-up and release all the DMs. So now, Phil, unwittingly, because you're not that bright, you can't think 2 steps ahead of you. You know what I mean? You're playing shoots and ladders while everyone's playing chess. You felt it yourself by releasing all of the DMs, Phil. Not excerpts. You released all the DMs and you thought, oh, well, I'm going to ruin their plan. You're an idiot, Phil. Everyone saw this coming. Every single person, Phil.
Get the fuck out.
Every single person who's been following this arc and when they were talking about DMs, knew that they were egging you on to release the DMs and you fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. It's like the wolf. It's like the wolf that gets caught in the trap, right? And they get so desperate after a while that they gnaw off their leg that's stuck in the trap because they want to survive. It's just their natural instinct, right? Well, Phil is the wolf, but of course he's the regarded wolf. And simply not just gnawing one leg off, he decided to gnaw off all 4 of his legs, thinking that this was going to 1-up someone. Bro, you are the laughing stock of the internet, Phil. I mean, content creators who don't even mention you are talking about you. Keemstar got word of what you were doing, and apparently Keemstar was in on the whole thing, and they knew exactly what they were doing, what Kino was doing. And you know, once they get away from Fank Camp, you're going to be the focus of Locale Live. And of course, your little sneak diss is about Keemstar is already out there, Phil. It's already out there. You're going to have to deal with the rest of 2025 minimum dealing with this bullshit, Phil. You think the Side Scrollers podcast, the interview, fucked you? This is going to be probably 2 or 3 times that. Because again, when the first time it happened, you laugh, okay, you know, he fucked up. Okay, no one's going to be that stupid and fall for that again. Phil did it again. He did it again. This man never learned his fucking lesson. The man refuses to step back, look at the situation and say to himself, okay, how can I prevent this from happening again? How can I prevent it? Right? And he doesn't do that. For some reason, he just thinks that he's smart enough to look at the situation and not make sure it doesn't happen again. But how can I do that and then make it even stupider? Like, how can I make dumber decisions and make it worse for me? I am telling you, man, it's. And I apologize. I know I'm all over the place here, but I was up till 4 o'clock just watching Kino and other content creators and just catching up with everything, reading the leaked DMs, which are just bananas. Bananas, Phil. And of course, Phil thinks that they paint them in a good light. Bro, they make you look even dumber. They make you look even dumber, just clearly showing that you must have tism, because you just don't understand sarcasm. You don't understand when someone's messing with you. You don't understand like when someone is just trolling you. And that's what the Kino Casino did to you, bro. They completely, utterly trolled you. And the funny thing is, Phil, you don't know this, but all I'm going to say is there are other content creators around the vortex that were familiar with a good portion of what was going on here. Okay, there were people that played their part. That's all I'm going to say, because I don't want to say too much. That's all Doody has to say about that. So let's have him cope about not hitting the goal here.
I saved it as just an archived stream, so you can watch it that way rather than having to sift through a bunch of videos or whatever. I didn't even bother splitting it up. I just left it as an archive stream that you can watch at your leisure. So go ahead and give it a look if you're interested. If not, I don't blame you. But this is the end of the drama arc nonsense. All that stuff that started last summer and carried into the fall, and kept going with all this drama crap and crossovers with those guys. It's all over now, as of today officially. Okay. So the good news is it's over. The bad news is drama is not what my viewers want. Drama is not what anyone in this community is looking for. We want less drama. We want more gameplay. We want better chill streams, more variety of projects and fun stuff, and less of the nonsense, right? So because of that, we got this close to hitting the goal on the first stream, but didn't. Like literally, we were like $15 or something away from hitting the goal, but we didn't. What can I do about that? Nothing, right? Nothing. Now, if you remember originally, I was going to have Wednesday night off in order to keep working on my taxes and stuff, but I decided I wanted to split this up, and I actually wanted to do one half this week, one half next week. So that's how I did it. So I did do a stream tonight, but not everyone had known that I was going to do it. I also started it really early because I felt cheated. Like I didn't feel like I didn't have a normal first stream like I would want because of the nonsensical drama. And it was Call of Duty. And let me tell you, I had the absolute craziest night in Call of Duty with the bow staff from Splinter. I just started going crazy, whapping everyone with this thing. Just left, right, up, down, destroying everybody. Okay? And I had at one match, I had 70, 80 kills. It was wild. Fun. Great bow staff. And we did a little bit of sniping at the end, but basically that was the focus, was get as far as I could with the bow staff, level up further, get these tiers in the Patty's Day event. And, yeah, basically, it went well. All right, it did. And it was a good night. Now, did we hit the goal? No. We still hit around $100, but we didn't hit the goal. Thing is, with Call of Duty, it is kind of hit or miss. With Call of Duty, it is either a ton of people will come in and support and rally, or sometimes it's a little rough and slow. We're kind of in the middle today, but it still was good. Overall, I mean, only being a few bucks away from hitting the first goal, getting 2/3 of the way to the second goal, you're never going to hear me sit here and complain and whine or anything like that. But the bummer is we didn't get anywhere towards our DSP tries at reward. I was thinking maybe we would do it tomorrow, but it's looking like possibly it's going to wait till Thursday or Friday. Well, Friday, actually, because tomorrow is Thursday, right? So today, thank God, is in the past. I really am. I'm so happy it's in the past. It's over with, because now I just want to focus on the content I want to make. No influence, no, stuff from outside. Tomorrow is a brand new game, which is going to be interesting. So let's.
Okay, all right. I got to stop you here, because first of all, the first thing he said here is no more drama. The drama's done. His viewers never want it or don't want drama. According to you, Phil, this whole master plan of yours that you kicked off, right? Because you said you kicked it off. All this drama occurred because of you. Let's give Phil the benefit of the doubt and say everything he said is true, which of course it isn't. You're telling us that you did all of this to bring drama down on your viewers. And after 8 months, it's officially over because no one likes drama. Okay, Phil, that's what you're going with. You're going with you're the mastermind that created this drama and had your viewers go through this bullshit, the drama that they don't want. And the other thing too is that you used your wife's health. You lied about cancer. You lied about your parents. You lied about your pets. All for what? To felt a detractor? To felt Kino? bro, you are that's scummier than simply just saying, you know what? I thought they were my friends. They snaked me and that sucks. So let's move on. I think more people would have had sympathy for you, Phil. You would have been mocked, of course, but more people would have had sympathy for you, not people angry with you. I mean, dude, it was so bad. He didn't have any goals, but it was so bad he got desperate yesterday that he unbanned DJ Trump and a few other Kick viewers that don't support Phil, that simply trash them. But of course, they have a big following on Kick, and the people were angry that they got banned. So Phil was such a punk bitch and was so worried about money, he went ahead and unbanned about 15 people. And you know what's going to happen, Phil? Now you just gave them ammo. They know that you can't ban them from the Kick chat. So they're just going to amp up all the shit that they were doing before. And it's fucking great. Alrighty, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to go stream. Peace out.